So, wow, this 5-liner has been a lot of fun. The fourth question I'm going to ask you, it's about people that you've met in the past. We all have people that inspire us, people that have mentored us, people that have helped us get to the next level. I know sometimes it's hard. It's like getting an award and trying to just thank one person. But a lot of times there's that one person that sticks on your mind. It may not be the guy who taught you the most, but it was the person who really put you on that right path, right? Who would you say that is? And if it's more than one person, that's fine. But who would you give props to, I say, to helping you get to where you're at today? Ooh, I know that's a hard one for me too. It's a hard one for everybody, but it's like going up and getting an award and trying to thank everybody. But you want to thank everybody. And I know there's a ton of people, Shannon, because I know that you've met a lot of people.
We've geared it as like a pivotal person that you've met, right? That was like, okay, I met them at this juncture in my life, and they just geared me this way, and that was key to changing things. And we have a long list of people to thank. But who would you narrow it down to?
So I'm going to go with an obvious as well on this, but I'm going to give you a good why behind it.
Okay, perfect.
So, her name's Eileen. That's my mama.
Oh.
So here's the deal. And Lou, you'll love this because my dancing, well, I don't know if I've got the chops, but all her, man. I get that 100. I mean, whenever we can, that woman is dancing. So she was a single mom while I was in high school, and she worked at a salon, managing a salon with a bunch of ladies. And so when the salon would close on Fridays and Saturdays, every now and then they would go out and they would go dancing. And then just this random weekend I think it was Memorial Day weekend, I was actually on my way back to Florida State for school to start. So this is, I think, the year 2000. And my mom could not get out of bed. It was the weirdest thing. I still don't even know the exact diagnosis and why. She does and has had lupus for a really long time, and so that might be part of the complication. But anyways, she was in a wheelchair for about 8 months and insisted that I went back to Florida State. Little did I know back home, they're making ramps, and she's got a special kind of vehicle that can help her get around town because she's a single mom with my brother still at home and needs to get to and fro, right? So clearly not dancing. But I'll tell you what, those chicks, those friends of hers would take her wheelchair and all to some of their, favorite spots.
Oh, wow.
Mom was going out. That woman went to, I think it was a Cher concert that was in town. But when she came home, she wasn't standing upright, but she was able to get out of the car that night, and we've never looked back. She's been able to walk ever since. But
wow.
Man, into like her occupational therapy and all this stuff happened while I'm at school trying to finish my senior year. She's not telling me anything. And so that, the cheerleader, the energy level that you have spoken about several times on here, every time somebody says that about me, I know exactly where I got it from.
Yes.
A great lesson to get back to dancing.
She get it from her mama. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. By the way, it has been for years, but well before this. So it's an 80s song was, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. No.
Ain't nothing gonna hold me down.
Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Yeah.
Man, that was her song. That's what, to this day, I crank that bad boy. And so that's where I think I get this cheerleader. I mean, I was, but where did that come from? I think it came from Eileen,
Eileen, I love her already. I really want to meet her. She seems like the type of person, like, seriously, think about that. That's a mentality thing. She really overcame more than just by using her mind.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people give up when they get into that situation. They just allow it to just overcome them and just take over, and then they're done. They give up.
Not because they would take her out when she was in a wheelchair, not because they needed to like rally around her and get her spirits up.
Because she would rally them up. I promise you, they'd probably take her out and then she'd get them all pumped up.
Yeah.
And that's the way, and that's the craziest part about it. She was probably the light of the party then. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that story. I'm glad that's a great person to use. If I was to say one person who's pivotal in my life, it'd be my mother also. So I have to, that would be my answer. And I think, and it's not because it's generic and I know you said that's an obvious answer. It's not an obvious answer. It's not. Yeah. Not everybody has a mother like we've had, not everybody's had that opportunity. So it's nice to be able to throw honor on somebody, especially a single mother that took care of you and your brother like that and did that all while you were going to high school, being a cheerleader. I know that's a lot of work, taking in all the money she had to put into all that.
Yes.
You know?
That is not cheap.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, and then being put in a wheelchair because, you know, with medical complications,
Yeah.
but then yet still being spirited and still going out enjoying life and not just sitting there and just letting it pass by.
For a long time. And I mean, even to this day, it's like, we still don't really know. I mean, so she didn't know if she would ever walk again.
Yeah.
We had no idea where she was going. So
Man, I love her. Oh my goodness. That's a great story.
Just want to throw this in there because we talked a little bit about communication and words matter. And I got to say, Travis Miller, my boss now, I've got letters from him back when I originally worked with him back in 2001. Shh, don't tell him that. It's one of those things that I have like saved away for 25 years from now at the retirement party where I can write or I can read, I can open up a card that he gave me when I was 23 that, and I have another boss that I have one of those cards from too. I've been really fortunate to work for some really great people that are really good communicators and took the time to have those moments with me and even put pen to paper.
Yeah, well, you know, we talk. It's funny. I work with a group of people that we talk with a lot, and kind of like the handwritten note became a big thing over the last month. Writing each other handwritten notes because it's kind of something that no one does anymore, and it's something so powerful about a handwritten note from somebody, even if it's very short. Hey, thank you. I appreciate your business. Your signature. Wow, it's you know, we got into.
If the person who's doing it literally just writes the template and sends that out to everyone.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yes.
I mean, brackets and all. Thank you for, and then, you know, it was a spa, so it was like your service, and I was like,
insert
comment. No.
No, make it more personal than that. There's something about the personal letters.
But speaking of keeping it real and keeping it personal, from being a cheerleader to being a leader in business,
always
in culture, she's always worn the most important thing that you can wear. That's a smile.
You know,
right? There's so many impressive things that cheerleaders do, but one thing that they always have on
is the smile. That's right.
They always got that smile, right? And because of that, it becomes infectious. And then it becomes, after it becomes infectious and it starts to breed confidence, right? Confidence that everything's going to be okay. Sometimes when things are looking kind of scary, you'll start scanning the room for everybody's reaction and how they're feeling. And you'll look for that one person that still has a smile on. And sometimes when it's the leader, you'll find peace. You'll be okay if that person is just wearing a smile, just happy. At home, when something breaks, you're going to look to mama, or you're going to look to daddy, and you're going to hope that there's still a smile on their face, right?
True.
Because if that smile isn't there anymore, you're like, it's about to be bad. You know what I mean? So, but making sure that smile is there is so important to making sure culture is developed in a positive way. And we can speak forever on the power of positive mentorship and the power of positive leading and coaching. And of course, you are a champion of that. But with being a champion in many ways, there's a big array of rewards. There's a big group of trophies. There's a great group of accolades you can acquire over time. So in this question, this is number 5 of the 5.
Wow, we're on number 5
at the end. Can you believe it, folks? We are almost at the end, and we're only just an hour in. So here we go. We're getting ready to get to this number 5 question. And Shannon Everhart of Gravitational Marketing, the ESP leader that you are. ESP. What has been your greatest reward in accomplishing what you've accomplished and seeing what you've been seeing? What has been your greatest reward to date?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ask it again.
Okay.
I think I understand it, but before I
So in all the things that you've acquired, all the great awards that you've had, all the great things that have been accomplished, what so far, I mean, money is money, right? We know we can, it's lightweight, easy to carry. We can always make more.
That's right.
So what has been your greatest reward out of doing what it is that you've done to date? Greatest reward.
I think for all of the work that I've put in over the years and the choices that I've made, And I'm saying this delicately because I don't want to seem in any way cavalier about this. But and I think too, with it's also a byproduct of COVID-19. But I feel like I am at a point in my career and in life that I'm enjoying the reward of being my own boss, being my own, kind of being my own boss. I obviously have a team that I'm accountable to, that I hold in great esteem and respect, and I'm always concerned about my contribution and what value I'm bringing. But I am enjoying kind of figuring out this new lifestyle and how I get to take more ownership over how I work and how I live.
I love it.
I am, there's pluses and minuses to being the traveling car girl for our agency. Airports stink; they're terrible. Flights are, I'm lucky because I'm 5 feet tall, so I'm fine to fly. But I am very, impatient. I don't like to be sitting still for too long. Can you tell? But it also allows me to kind of dictate my own schedule a little bit. And so that allows me to have my version of ESP, which is to figure out how I can be a working mom in my own way too. So that's kind of the reward that I'm playing with right now, that I'm experimenting with, trying to figure out, but it's starting to come a little bit into focus, which is fun.
That's something that everybody in the car business, if you're a salesperson, a car buying coach, you get the opportunity to be your own boss. Your reward in dollars is always reflective of what you've put in to your business. And so that's something that I'm sure anybody that's any sort of an entrepreneur or business leader can always count that as being your own boss, as being such an incredible reward. And I completely understand what you were talking about.
I was hesitant to say it, but really what it is, because I don't want it to seem like, I just come and go as I please. What it really is intrapreneurship.
I like
really
that.
respecting a business within a business, which we all have that opportunity to do. You guys are doing it.
Yes, we are.
And you're developing and leading people to do that for themselves too. And that is unique maybe to our industry. I don't know. I haven't given that much thought, but it's probably special to us. There's other industries, I'm sure, that take advantage of that. But really, they have an opportunity. Every single person in the building, for the most part, has an opportunity to make hay for the day.
That's right.
100%.
Their choices, whether or not they do. And that's really what I'm enjoying. That is empowering. That's a huge blessing to have that opportunity.
Yeah, but it's just because you've, like, all your past experiences, the people that you've met, having a mother like you had, going to school and enjoying that learning processes, being part of a company that you were with Jimmy and Travis back in the day, and then moving and doing other things, and then rejoining together to do this. It's something about all that will turn you into what you are today. And you realize, it clicks you in the brain like, hey, this is what I am. And I love this. Right. And, once again, Shannon, I'm telling you, we've all been doing it. We're all veterans, but we're still so young in this game. We're still I can't wait for 10 more years to see how far we all go with the personalities and the energy and the way that you're focused and what you're going on. It's unreal. It's going to be really cool to see.
We will throw away. We can get through it.
Well, everybody hit your chest with me one time. Because she is making sure that we penetrate the heart.
Yes.
The heart of the matter, which is the entire purpose of having this 5-liner, folks, so that you can get to the heart of what incredible humans are all about and what's beating inside of them, what's keeping them moving and functioning and being the best that they can be.
Right.
Car guys and car gals, you have enjoyed this 5-liner with us and Shannon Everhart from Gravitational Marketing. We have had an incredible time learning. If you didn't get the chance to listen to all the other episodes or all of this 5-liner, make sure you go back, listen, rewind, listen again, share with your friends. Share with your enemies.
You'll find inspiration. There's something about people's story. We do these 5-liners for y'all to listen to them so you can find something that you in common with these people and see that you can get to that level. You can be that. It's all between the ears, folks. It's what you put in and the way you believe. It's about having that smile on at all times and just moving forward and always looking for that next opportunity to be better than you were the day before. That's it. Simple as that.
Shannon, do you have anything else to share for the rest of the car guys and car gals and solutionaries out there that want to know? Get you some of that.
I love
yes,
Shannon.
Absolutely.
She's awesome.
Shannon, we will be right back. Car guys and car gals, do not waste today. Get you some of this Car Guy Coffee podcast. Get you something that uplifts and upshifts you, and make sure that you go out brewing solutions everywhere that you go. This is Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
This is Fred Lenart's the subprime hero.
And you have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast.
Let's brew.
I just left it for that.
He did, because usually when we do that part, he'll say like,
get you some.
Get you some, and I'll say, let's brew. And we're like, we always miss it. We always do the opposite. And then I'll say, get you some, and he'll say, let's brew. So he left it quiet.
Tell him. Just let him always be guessing.
Okay, so we are kind of on a break at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut where we cut off right there. If you could, real fast, I'm going to take a quick break, but we'll put you out here and into the camera doing this is Shannon Everhart, and I'm brewing solutions on the Car Guy.
So Shannon, really quick, we're going to record this because we're going to use this as like promo. You're going to say, this is Shannon Everhart, and I'm here on the Car Guy Coffee, or we're going to call it the Car Gal Coffee podcast. Thanks, Lou.
I can do it like Car Girl podcast.
You can say Car Girl, that's fine. So you're going to say, this is Shannon Everhart, and I'm brewing solutions on the Car Gal Coffee or Car Girl Coffee podcast. Let's brew. And we just want to get that to have you on there, and then we're going to use that as like an opening for the shows and stuff like that. Think you got that? Practice it real quick, see how it goes.
Shannon Everhart.
And I'm brewing solutions.
And I'm brewing solutions.
On the Car Girl Coffee podcast.
Say what the name of it is. On the Car Guy Coffee podcast.
Okay, Car Guy Coffee podcast. Let's brew. And you can say let's brew, but we'll hit it with the let's brew. Usually Lou and I will go, let's brew, that type of thing. But okay, ready?
And I'm brewing up solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast.
Perfect. You're on it. You should see. Sometimes it takes people like 20 tries. It's cute though. It's like, okay, let's try again. Because it's when you put somebody on the spot sometimes.
Flyaways.
Oh, you look great. Don't worry about that at all. All right. So you go ahead and ready. 3, 2.
Hey there, I'm Shannon Everhart, and I'm brewing up solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast.
Yeah, let's brew. Yeah, perfect. That was money. Girl, you did a first try. We don't even, Lou, if you hear me, buddy, we didn't have to do a bunch of tries. That was good. I don't know where he went. He must have went to get something to drink real quick. But yeah, so no, great. The 5-liner went smooth, Shannon. I hope that's some great information. You spoke well. I knew this was going to be easy. You're just like us. You can get up in front of a crowd and do whatever. It's not a big deal. Even if you feel a little nervous, you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Why not? Let's kill it. Let's have fun.
About this kind of stuff, it's all day long.
Yeah. Definitely. So, obviously the next the next part of this thing is going to be fresh news. How you doing on time? How much time you got?
So, did Lou tell you that today's a Rich Dealers meeting?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's.
Well, how much time longer do you?
We probably got to 15 minutes and we're done.
So then that gets me there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. It may not even take that long. We're just going to hit you with the fresh news, and this is going to be for you to talk. So you can, This could be as short or as long as possible. She did it on first try, bro.
Awesome. I believe it.
Yeah. It was perfect.
So on this fresh news, highlight how people can get a hold of you.
Yes.
This is kind of like your quick commercial for
absolutely
Gravitational marketing. Okay. If you want dealers to reach out and give you some love or just inquire about what,
or even send you referrals to people they know.
Say if they want to be as cool as us, right? Then they need to.
They want to figure out how we do what we do.
So
get with ESP.
All right. So here we get ready to go. Hey, car guys, car gals, welcome back to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
Yes.
This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Fred Nael, subprime hero, and I'm so excited. We just had a great 5-liner with Shannon. I miss you, Shannon. I'm so glad we had this chance to sit down and talk with you again.
I know. We got to hug it.
Guess what time it is, everybody? Do you know what time it is? I know what time it is. It is time for a fresh cup of fresh news.
Fresh news.
Shannon Everhart is with us, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how it is that you can get plugged into gravitational marketing and what's going down with these incredible solutionaries. Shannon, I'm going to take it away. Make sure that you let everybody know how to get a hold of you and what it is that we are able to do when getting plugged into your services. Talk to them, Shannon.
Well, so if you were teased a little bit and interested a little bit in knowing more about the 98% and how you can really give them all of your time and energy, so that really that's the best way to grow your business. Because the 2%, the shopping public, they're going to come shopping no matter what. The 98% really needs to be activated. So if that's of interest to you, if you would like to see more leads coming in to your dealership, or if you are part of a dealership and you are just kind of open-minded to new innovative ideas on bringing authentic leads to the dealership, Gravitational Marketing is the place to go. We believe that life and business should be enjoyable, simple, and prosperous. So that is our guiding principle behind everything that we do. What I would say is that you would want to talk to one of our advisors to find out about the 98% market opportunity in your specific market. I think that's the first place to start, is to make sure that there really is that opportunity for you in your market, and what does that look like? And we can help identify what those numbers really look like as far as opportunity for your specific market. And then the other thing too that's really important for you guys to share, I mean, I've mentioned already once that none of the dealers that we work with are on a contract. It's our results that are keeping them every single month. If they're not there, then they should find a solution that helps them. But we have, like I said, over 125 across the country local car dealers that we are lovingly part of our roster that have chosen to really serve that 98% and grow their business, because that's the best place to find the growth that you need in order to scale. But here's the other kind of caveat around that, is that we have exclusive territory for every single one of our dealers. So you guys, Lou and Fred, we wouldn't put another dealer in your backyard. You guys own your market. You own the strategies that we're working together with, that our two companies work together with. The For the People brand, that actually is trademarked to Gravitational Marketing, but you guys have had it for so long in your market that it's yours, right? You guys own it. It's who you guys are. It's part of your identity now, DNA now. And so that all of that strategy and everything comes from us, but we want to make sure that your territory is available. We want to make sure that your market's available. So when you get on the phone with us at Gravitational Marketing, what you'd want to do is ask to speak to an advisor on our sales team, so that you can find out what the opportunity looks like and to make sure that your market is even open.
And that's a good point, because the fact of the matter is that you can have every dealer in the world want to jump in, but it doesn't mean every dealer would work. This would be best situation for them. Right. So the best thing to do is, like you said, is to get a hold of them, look at their market, show them what it could do for them. And it may be something that's the best thing ever for them, or it may be something that just won't work. It's just, this market is just not made for what we do, or maybe your store isn't doing.
Or that dealer isn't interested in going after the 98% and really serving them for whatever reason. You're not a fit for everyone. Just like, our customers, we'd be a fit for every single person that walks in the door either. And so we are going to challenge the thinking and the mindset and the ways of doing business for decades. We're going to challenge all that stuff. And that's not for everybody. We're also really big on bringing all of our dealers together in a community, because we at Gravitational Marketing don't know everything. And there is, I think we know everything about marketing, but, there's always things that are changing and innovating within marketing, but also just within the business. And so we have a community now of like-minded dealers who are all serving the 98%, growing their businesses because of it, and now sharing just other things that are working and not working within the business, or need help with, need a pay plan recommendation for, need a referral for a position that I'm looking for. You just never know what's going on within the community conversations.
That's something that has been a key to anybody succeeding in the car business at all. It's being able to listen to what other people are doing that's effective and working, and also find out what other people are doing that has been detrimental to their business working, to avoid doing it anymore, or recognize that it's happening in their store, right? And it needs to actually get pulled out.
Yeah.
So having real honest conversations with people that know what they're talking about, and then being able to listen properly to decide or to prescribe the right way to go for your business is something that I do know that you guys are incredible at. You're great listeners, and you're great promoters. You really know how to make sure that the dealers don't just get a whole bunch of education, but they actually have the tools for implementation, which is a whole other element, right? You can go to the
Right.
best schools, but then not like to be a surgeon and not know how to cut on anybody, right?
That's right.
Or not know how to actually put it to work. So you make a great marriage happen between the education and implementation, and that's something that we honor. And we know everybody can actually be affected by getting into the flow of what it is that you guys do. And if it's not for you,
at least
it's not for you.
At least it's worth the conversation to see. It doesn't cost you anything to give them a call and figure out if this works for you. If anything, it may save you thousands of dollars every year, tens of thousands, and then build you up to make hundreds of thousands, which is crazy to say that, but it's true. I know it because we've been there and we've seen it happen. Folks, great team. Here's the one thing I wanted to point out that she talked about is like, they don't know everything. And she didn't mean that in a bad way. It's that what they meant by that is that you always, no matter who you are, you're never going to be a 10. You're always going to be no more than a 9 because there's always room for growth. It's the biggest room in the world, the room for growth, right? So they understand that. So they are ever evolving. They're always looking to make themselves better too. We mention that every day. They're trying to be better. That's what makes this ESPN team. That's what makes Gravitational Marketing. And most importantly, that's what makes Shannon who she is today. And I'm real excited that, that we're part of this team. We've been part of the ESP and the Gravitational Marketing since I've been with Tony. I've been with Tony for 7 years. And it's been a lot of fun. It's really changed even the way I think about selling cars. The culture, I used to be a car salesman. Now I'm a transportation problem solver, or I'm a car buying coach, one of the two, but I'm here to solve people's problems. I'm not here to sell people car anymore. And it completely changed the way things go to the point where, not in a bad way. I used to think that being the old school car guy, I'm a hammer, I'm this and that. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a hammer and I'm still a hell of a closer, but the fact of the matter is I'm doing it to help people now. Right. I'm not doing it to help myself. I'm doing it to help them. Oh man, my heart, it changed my heart. Like it's passionate now. It's like, I don't give up on deals like I used to. I don't do these things. I don't get mad about things. Because when you talk to a customer and they just don't see what you're telling them, and don't take this the wrong way. If you're a customer watching this, is that you're kind of ignorant. You don't understand what I have to say. I may explain it the best way I can. I explain it to 98% of everyone else that gets it, but that 2% every once in a while doesn't. But that being said, no, Shannon, man,
Thank you.
What a great conversation we've had today. And I'm so glad you're here. Before we go, though, I know that you got to get out of here. You got to head off. You got meetings to get to yourself. You're a busy lady. But before we go, if there was one tip, this is kind of like a quick jump box. If there was one tip that you can give people out there today that might help them change their game up really quick, like something very simple for them to do, what would that one tip be for them?
All right. This is worthy of writing down.
All right. I love it.
Stop selling cars.
Oh,
start selling solutions.
Oh,
booyah! Bing bong.
Put that on a t-shirt, folks.
Get you some of that.
Get
Put that in your cup
and sip on that. That's right.
Tell people, stop talking about the features of the car. Get out of that transactional conversation. Start talking to people what's been holding them back and let them know you love helping people get those constraints cleared. You've been doing it for years. Come on down. Where are you?
I'm telling you, if you were on the sales floor and you were actually a salesperson on the floor, you would sell 100 cars a month. There's no doubt in my mind, Shannon. You are a team everywhere. Ooh. So we appreciate you.
I pity the fool.
Who doesn't use Gravitational? That's right. So no, we thank you. We honor you. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon. And obviously having this conversation. We'll see you. I'm going to try to catch that Thursday phone call with you guys at 10 a.m. So we'll do that. I've never been on one of those meetings, and I'm going to have to do that. I need to get on. I don't know why I never have,
Let's get to
that. You know why? Because the biggest room in the world
is the
room for improvement.
And I'm going to improve and make that happen Thursday, folks. Follow my lead and follow everyone and listen to what Shannon says. Keep growing, folks, and do your thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Shannon,
you.
We are going to fly on out of here, and we know how to do that. We're going to apply 3 Fs as we head on out to the rest of our week. Car guys and car gals, hopefully you've had a great time having a cup of coffee and a conversation with a solutionary like Shannon Everhart. And we are going to forgive, focus, fly on out of here. You make sure that your day is incredible. You make incredible things happen. You make people smile. We are going to do this, folks, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fly with me. Forgive, focus, fly.
That's right.
Here we go. Car guys, car gals, get you some.
Later, girl.